Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be playing Star Trek Outposts Unknown. This is currently a demo build on Steam. You can currently get the demo right now. The game is scheduled to come out sometime in 2026, so there's not really a date, there's a year. This is absolutely a game still in development, so for those out there going to play this demo, please be sure to take the survey, leave feedback on their official Discord, on those Steam forums. Also, still be respective. This again is still in development. So if this is a kind of game that you like to do city builders on, this is it. But just set into the Star Trek universe. So we're gonna hit New Voyage because I did play a little bit about this close to 3 hours last night, and just to get my feet wet because I really just want to try it. I didn't really want to stream because I just really want to slow down and enjoy myself. But we're gonna do a New Voyage, so you guys see this at the very beginning. Also understand, again, this is a demo, so not everything is final on the quality. As you see in the listing up above, demo build does not indicate final quality. So there's also some items that are locked from this demo. So we're gonna see how far we can get. And again, also with me playing for 3 hours last night, I still feel like I didn't get even close to kind of the end of this. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's see the welcome screen. Thank you. Making sure, you gotta clean your throat. Thank you for playing Star Trek Outposts Unknown. Our game is still in development and you may run into bugs, balance or performance issues, and unpolished text. Our demo showcases the beginning of your journey aboard the SSS Resonant. The full game will have additional buildings, characters, and logistical challenges that only a seasoned Federation captain will overcome. Please enjoy yourself and consider wishlisting our game on Steam and joining us on Discord. YouTube's Trex is streaming. No wonder it's wet out. God. You're welcome. Admiral April. That is so cool to see. It is so great to see Admiral April in this. Okay. Well, Captain, it's time for your maiden voyage on the USS Resonant. I know this is your first flight as captain, but I have every confidence in your ability. This will be a standard exploration mission into a relatively unknown sector of space. The auxiliary... See, I never actually knew how to pronounce this, so I'm just going with the Lahari. The Lahari populate this system, and they've gone through the first contact process already. Our relationship with them is looking very promising. By the way, developers, if you're looking for some voice acting work, I am available, even though I'm not really professional. But I can get my green card. A card. I have a Lowe's card. Wink. The Lahari are letting us build outposts in their system in exchange for our help analyzing an anomaly they call the Rift. As you can see, it's quite the phenomenon. The Rift occupies their sector and can cause intermittent Tetrion rifts that act as miniature black holes. They're as dangerous as they sound. Matter is consumed, and Tetrions are released. It's bad in both directions, and you'll need to exercise caution around them. This is where you and your research outpost can help. The USS Resonant is a prototype ship of a brand new class. It's equipped for state-of-the-art outpost construction, particularly for scientific structures. An outpost with these buildings will make huge breakthroughs in managing the Tetrion effects. Trex for Klingon. I don't want to be a Klingon. They build a colony near a tier in space. To be fair, no, James. There's a planet near the Rift. I'm building colonies near the Rift. When I say that out loud, it's probably not a good thing. To be fair, hello, Cypher. Trex the narrator's like Jeffrey Wright and maybe Klingon too. Everything about this journey is a fresh experience, even down to some of the experimental buildings Starfleet has provided plans for. The rest of this voyage is up to you. You'll need to pick a crew who can meet the challenge head on, and the right supplies to help them do the job. Good luck, Captain. Let's build this city on the sides of an active volcano. My goodness, James. I know Pompeii. Okay, so with crew selection, we have Team Alpha and we have Team Beta. So something about this crew feels familiar. They draw on their instincts and unique perspectives to chart the stars, especially the strange ones. And then Team Beta, it's the mark of a great team to challenge each other and grow as a result. This team enjoys a heated debate or two, but that's what helps them turn different opinions into shared strengths. So you are able to just like mouse over and see their names that you can edit as well, their races and even their jobs. So we have our bridge crew, which we have our first officer from the command. We have our science officer, and then we have chief security, our helm officer, chief medical officer, and chief engineer, and then just the crew, security, and science. So we can also go with Team Beta over here. Forgot the select button's down here. So we have similarly our bridge crew, and then, but this one only comes with one crew member instead of two. But you should also keep in mind of the tech. So the tech here, Team Alpha comes with the shuttle expansion 1, which increases the shuttle capacity by 3. And the shuttle is there to get us on the planet and off the planet, which we'll see in a moment. Over here on Team Beta, this increases the crew members' fog of war clearing range by 3 grid units. So Team Beta certainly feels like this team is made to be more out there. It's there to actually be more exploration. But we're actually going to select Team Alpha. You know what? I chose Team Alpha on my playthrough. I kind of want to go with Team Beta, but seriously, that shuttle expansion is really key for me. Not really this, so I'm still going to go with Team Alpha. There might be another time that I'm going to try out Team Beta in a different playthrough, but we're going to see what happens. But I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going with Team Alpha because this tech is absolutely needed. Now, what this looks like is when the game comes out too is going to be interesting, I will say. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to even have like a Team Charlie, you know, or Team Delta, probably Team Delta. I don't even think they have like a Team C. But we're gonna go with Team Alpha for this because it also gives me 8 crew members. But you also have your default load. So even though you're only missing a crew member over here, you can already see that you start off with more supplies because you don't have that extra crew member. But we're going to be fine with just these. Never forget your hypo spray. Let's jump in. So here is our map, even though I am currently blocking it apparently. But Dagus is a temperate planet with a rather unique set of biomes. Lush grassland and crystalline deserts exist side by side, and they survive underneath the threat of persistent Tetryon storms. It will make an excellent place for our initial outpost, and should have enough material to support a self-sufficient base. There's no better place to get started. So, let's go ahead and depart. Damn it, James. Let's build this city on the side of a volcano. Sorry, that was terrible. I'm not here to sing. I'm here to narrate. I'm also now here to get my drink on. Okay, so we have our 5 crew members. We're bringing our first 5 down, and we have our cargo, a sample containment unit. We have a polymer sealant, and we're getting basic metal. This is the crew that will land first to select individuals who can work efficiently while the outpost is developing. So if I didn't want to choose them, like I technically don't really want to bring my helm officer, so I can choose someone else to come down, which I can choose my chief engineer, my other security, or my other science officer. I am actually going to bring in my chief engineer. So this is who we're going to energize down. So here is our area. Oop. And so we are just going to go kind of right smack dab. Just to energize right here.
Captain, we're here.
Objective complete.
All right. So yes, my camera placement is actually probably perfect because there's a lot of stuff happening over here. So you have your mission log right here over here on the left. First officer reporting in, Captain. We finally arrived on Dagus, and there's plenty to survey here. Our Lahari liaison officer Helerona will join us shortly. She'll be our guide to the planet and our insight to the Lahari culture. I'm looking forward to meeting her, but I'm also eager to just get started. We place probes around the map to find a good spot to set up our base. We can place our own beacons to send a crew to find them and then start building. We're detecting an approaching Tetrion storm, so we need to get moving. Oh, I know this isn't quite as important as a Tetrion storm, but I did want to let you know that you can set a catchphrase on your comms. It's a cute touch, and it's a nice way to let the crew get to know you better. So this allows you now to select how you want to answer everybody. So acknowledged, over and out. You have your orders. Let's do it. You have your orders. Very authoritative, Captain. Now, I did choose acknowledged when I was playing last night. So this is me. I'm going to choose this one. And look at that. Very authoritative. I am not an authoritative person. That's not happening. That is not me at all. Okay, so we have our game guide. This is for the recon. So we're going to set an exploration beacon by clicking on the explore button on the bottom right or by pressing Y. Click anywhere on the map, including unexplored areas, to place a beacon. A crew member walks towards the exploration beacon. Explorers assigned to the op center will be performing this action. Okay. So there's a lot more stuff here, but we actually will go through the tutorial and you'll see more of that. All right, so we have our beacon here. There's a beacon. And there's a beacon. All right, so we're just going to hit Y. And we're going to come over here. So it seems like it's a random person really going to do it. But we're going to set a beacon to come over here. And there goes to Pra. And we will bring a beacon over here. And there goes Casa. Okay. I am actually going to... So you have these magnifying glasses that you can have someone investigate. Oh, Ray needs me. Yeah, I'm gonna give it. Let's talk. Let's talk rocks. You have your orders. That doesn't really sound like the best way to say it. Okay. There's a mineral deposit nearby that would be perfect for our work. Let's begin analysis. Understood. So we can take
I'm here, Captain.
this rock here, and we can have someone investigate it. And for investigations, because my brain just likes it, I want to bring my science officer.
Understood.
I want to let my science officer take care of that. All right, so we have our probe. We have our probe. And just waiting for that last probe to show up. So you do have a timer on your investigations and also even on your mining too. So it does take, now it's going to take 20 seconds once they get there to start scanning it. Other items probably is going to take a little bit longer depending on the size of the item. So we found all of our beacons. I'm going to wait for this investigation to be done so I can scan this this one.
Objective complete.
Perfect. So yeah, we got both. So let's go and click on this one. The crew has found suitable area for our first building, Captain. We can explore more later once we've gotten a stable operations center. It's time to build the Op Center. It's the next step to get a more advanced buildings available for construction. It also creates a shield that protects buildings and crew from Tetrion radiation. As long as they're within the shield's boundary, we can still build outside of the shield though. We have plenty of room. Those buildings just won't be protected from Tetrions until we get them extra shielding. And I'd be thrilled if we could get some coffee in there. I'd say it's the key to smooth operation, at least for me. She's a little coffee nut. All right, so you see our materials here. Buildings need to be placed in flat areas away from rocks and flora, so obviously. Crew members must bring resources to the construction site before we can work. So all the metal that we get has to be brought over it'll be brought onto these pads here. And then crew members must contribute time to constructing buildings. And let's go ahead and finish this. This is a great start, Captain. Anything else that's highlighted will need to be researched before we can collect it. For now, let's make good use of these materials. So we have our resource types. Basic metals are used to build most of the outposts early buildings. Click on the individual rocks to hit collect, or you can use the collection tool to select a group of rocks and then press the the left mouse button over them, or click on the individual rocks to hit collect. And then mine metals from metal deposits using a metal recovery unit. So nice little miner building can actually be placed on top of the deposits to just keep production going. And there are currently nothing like that around us. Where I was about to say, T, where are you going? All right, so we have our Starfleet icon here. The icons for the hub down here are really nice. They did a really good job on this UI. I do like it. All right, so we are going to do... I'm going to move the base. Oh, can't move it there. What is actually... Oh, I see. There's a plant there. And I think this will be a decent spot.
Objective complete.
So we're going to require 12 basic metals. And everybody's coming back now to kind of help out with it. Good. Found some more metals down here. Yeah, I like to see like how zoomed in we can get with this. And I'm going to actually start having... Oh, I don't have the collect button yet. So we're going to wait for the collect button. Each individual character also has a resource storage. That means how much they're able to carry. So I think the most comes from our science officer.
Captain?
Yeah, so we have our science officer here is able to carry 3 at a time. And now we begin building. Yay. I'm actually going to have my science officer investigate this plant because this is organic material that we're going to need down the line. And it's also, like, for me, anything that's a green, has a magnifying glass needs to be researched.
Objective complete.
All right. There it is, our operations center. The shield is active, and it's ready for upgrades in the future. And it's got a coffee synthesizer. Thank the stars above. I'm really regretting having to choose the you have your orders, because that wasn't a you have your order situation there. Thank God we have coffee. You have your orders to drink coffee? Thanks. All right. There are a lot. Okay, so here's our navigation officer. There are a lot of crew on the planet that need a ride home, especially if a storm is coming. I don't want to see what happens when we're all overexposed to radioactive materials, so let's get that shuttle built. We need to collect metals from the geology that's been researched and then deliver it to the shuttle pad construction site. Can't build without the supplies after all. You have your orders. I really regret having that now. So we have our collect button, and we're going to come right here and collect these. So you see that there's a maximum of 25 resources that can be gathered. So just keep that number in mind as you're like highlighting and selecting things. And so we have our logistics for the shuttle pad, which we're going to need more metal for. And I also unlocked the metal storage that will hold it, and also a metal collector used to collect metals nearby. So this would be if for the metal collector here, this isn't the metal grinder that you can put on the like a pit or stuff for it to grind. This is, I put this here like over here, and it's gonna have whoever I stationed at that building will be able to just pick these. So I did not try and see if I could like move this building over to other locations, because it just makes life easier to have people automatically collect things. All right, so I successfully investigated that. We're going to come over here and investigate this large flora.
Understood.
It's science. You just want them to investigate. That's what they're kind of here for. Even though I remember that she is also the one that can actually carry all this shit around. All right, so we're going to go to our logistics for our shuttle pad. So you see that the resources are just kind of piling here. It's collected. There's just nowhere, there's just no place to store it. But if you want them to immediately start using it for things, which default it should be going here to the ops center, because there is, oh, actually ops center doesn't have storage. I forgot. But that's okay. So we're going to use logistics, and we're just going to bring the shuttle pad over. Can't make it there. There. We'll bring it right here. Now, I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but I wanted to show you guys this too. Over here is your crew overview to actually see where everybody's going. So, Bryn, Ivro are at the ship, but then here are the people, and Sophia's on the ship too. So they're just resting. But then here's everybody else going. You also have tasks that you can see as well. So we have the operations center, and then we also have the shuttle pad that's under construction. You have the job queue that you can make some of this an actual priority. So you can set to prioritize by moving this items over here to storage or something, if there's actually storage. But you can see like collecting a small geologic feature. She's going to go do it, but no info available for this request type. Report as bug. So this is obviously something that needs to be reported as a bug. Report as a bug and report as a bug. So there's a lot of reporting bugs for this task system. And let's go back to look at everything. So this is actually needing 3 more. I think that we just got our 3. Now, we can start seeing that the shuttle pad is beginning to work, but we have actually just seen that everything has gone down to nighttime. Your crew only works during the day. So once nighttime hits, your crew goes back to sleep at night. And because we just did the shuttle drops your crew members off from the ship at the start of the day and picks them back up at the end of the day. Your crew members work on the outpost during the day. Your crew members restore their needs on the ship at night. They recover when they eat, get medical attention, sleep, and even hang out at the lounge. So now that we actually just completed the shuttle bay, I am expecting... Oh. Well, the mission went away.
Object.
And here we go. Shells are up and running, Captain. The first one is leaving the ship now. You have your orders. Where isn't... Yep, here comes my shovel.
Objective complete.
We did a lot in the first day, ladies and gentlemen, on day 0. Because I did not get the shuttle done on day 0. I got this done midday 1 on my personal gameplay. But you will see in the HUD up here that your total crew of 8, there is now 0 unassigned. So that means all participants have gotten into the shuttle to head back in up to the ship. In which this also shows in your crew overview that everybody's resting, returning to ship. And we're about to check that out in just a moment. It should be updating. And immediately did. So you see in the mess hall, they're getting some food, having a bit of fun. The morale's going up as nighttime is repeatedly going. You can speed this up if you want to. You also are able to have a ship layout to see everything. So you see your hyper spray stuff over here. You have food supplies, your med kits, food supplies, and food supplies. You have the lounge, you know, how many people are there, how many people are in their quarters. This was a really cool thing for me. And it looks like in the future, when the game releases, we can unlock the officer lounge and senior quarters, but we're not really sure exactly what all of this does. But we do have the storage on the ship of some food. We have food supplies, we have the hyper spray, and then we have med kits. Med kits obviously are those that we need to have immediately. You will be able to should be able to send supplies to your ship as well. There's the lounge. We got the quarters. Just to see how everybody's doing with their health. And even with these levels, look how we can level these up to get to also be better. Now the mess hall is important because you can see here estimated days of food remaining on ship is 22 days. So as we get through the rest of the days, we're going to start seeing a short food supply. So we're going to need to make some food.
Objective complete.
Thank you all so much for watching these stream recaps of Star Trek Outposts Unknown. Be sure to head over to their Steam page to wishlist the game and also play the demo yourself. You can go ahead and subscribe right over here to my channel to see more of these videos, which you could see the most recent videos over here. And if you missed any of these streams, be sure to check out the playlist above. Thank you all so much. Have a good one. I'm still going to do the beam me up joke. I'll beam me up. Come on, budget. I don't have the budget.